Hello, my friends. How are y'all doing out there today? I hope that you are doing well. So we've got, I guess, some pretty big news as the civil war between Elon Musk and Donald Trump is heating up, my friends. Grab your popcorn, kick back, relax, watch, because this is about to get absolutely insane. And I gotta be honest with you, my friends, I don't even particularly like covering Elon Musk. I am sick to death of Elon Musk. And the faster he leaves the news cycle, the better it is for all of us. But hey, this is exciting because Elon Musk is basically trashing Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill. It's called the One Big Beautiful Bill. And I remember I think right after Donald Trump got elected, that's when this idea of doing just one bill came up. We're going to do everything Donald Trump wants to do in just one bill, and that's all Donald Trump is going to do for the next 4 years. And I was kind of joking around because you know how Donald Trump is a lazy son of a bitch. He doesn't want to do anything besides play golf and terrorize brown people. You know, Donald Trump, that guy. I was joking around about that, the One Big Beautiful Bill, because it's just so it indicates how lazy Donald Trump is. Can we just do one bill so I can fucking do nothing for the next 4 years, so I can spend taxpayer money on golf trips, for God's sakes? And you know what? I think that may be the primary motivation for Donald Trump to try to get this bill passed, so he can get back to doing absolutely fucking nothing at our expense. And that's pretty damn exciting now, isn't it? So anyways, as we know, Elon Musk is a lunatic that for some reason made a product, or not made a product. I'm giving him too much credit. Elon Musk was a spoiled little rich kid that eventually bought his way into every product that he owns now. But those products tended to be more enticing to left-leaning people, people that cared about the environment and the future and thought that electric cars were pretty damn cool anyways. And Elon Musk, I think, knew that. And then he started doing a lot of ketamine and ecstasy, apparently, allegedly, I don't know. Elon Musk started doing a lot of drugs, and with all that money he had way too much time to spend on the internet. I would say getting red pilled, but I'm not sure what the pill terms are, if I'm being honest with you. People talk about being whatever pilled and shit. It's fucking weird. But I think that goes hand in hand with the incel movement. Fuck, I don't know, my friends. It's just weird that we have an incel movement. But the point is, God, we live in a weird world, don't we? There's a bunch of creepy motherfuckers out there, my friends. Point is, he started going down these rabbit holes of conspiracy theories and all kinds of crazy shit, and took a hard right on us, which is what a lot of drug addicts do. They end up going very far right because they live in a fucking fantasy land, my friends. And, bought Twitter, used that to prop up Nazi propaganda and right-wing talking points, which, if you really think about it, go hand in hand with each other. Yeah, they're pretty much the same thing at this point. It's just we haven't allowed them to go crazy so far, and that's the only reason the Republicans aren't Nazis at this point, is because there's still resistance to what the fuck they're doing. Anyways, Elon Musk went batshit crazy, is the fucking point, and ended up helping Donald Trump win his election somehow, trying to buy his way into government. And it worked, kinda. I don't think it worked near as effectively as Elon Musk thought it did. The Department of Government Efficiency is completely made up. It's not real. They let Elon cosplay as a government employee for 120 days. Fucking bizarre. But in that time that he was cosplaying is the goddamn word I'm looking for. I don't want to minimize it. Elon Musk was incredibly fucking destructive in that time. I don't know how I feel about Bill Gates. I've kind of always been indifferent to Bill Gates. But I do like that he was referring to the world's richest man starving the world's poorest children. And that's exactly where we are. Elon Musk has killed a lot of people with his starvation strategy that he uses to. He likes starving poor people. So no matter what happens in this battle that is starting, we can't ever take the side of Elon Musk, but we also can't take the side of Donald Trump. I guess we just sit back, my friends, and watch these two massive egos collide and hope that they absolutely destroy each other by the time it's all said and done. So before I get into the destruction of these two fucking maniacs, we want to talk about what's actually going on here. Elon Musk is super pissed off about the big, beautiful bill that showed up, like, how do I want to say this? He got angry about it the day after he was basically fired. He was ousted from the fucking government because everybody was sick of Elon Musk shit, to the point that someone in the Trump cabinet has given Elon Musk a black eye. And I would say that he probably had it coming. He's a mouthy little fucker, isn't he? Yeah, kind of runs that fucking mouth a lot and says a bunch of stupid shit. So they started punching Elon. Which, I mean, isn't the worst idea I've ever heard. I'm not suggesting violence. I'm just saying that sometimes when people run amok all over other things, sometimes there's resistance to that, okay? I want to be clear, YouTube gods. I am not suggesting that we go punch billionaires. I'm just saying that sometimes a billionaire might get punched in the eye, okay? YouTube probably just got really mad at me about that. So grab a channel membership. They're only $1.99 a month. And every once in a while, I upload you guys a video over there on the channel membership side, because I piss YouTube off sometimes. If you feel like doing that, go ahead and do that. Anyways, so Elon is saying that he is pissed off about this big beautiful bill and how it drives up the deficit, and how that is goes against the work that Doge did for everybody, my friends. Hello, veterans that got fired from your jobs. How do you feel about the work that Elon Musk did for the greater good of the country? Are you enjoying that? I would ask the starving kids, but I can't. Do you understand? I can't ask them. Elon, they're not around to ask. I would ask the people that were just trying to fly across the country how they feel about Elon Musk cost-cutting measures that got the air traffic controllers fired, but I can't fucking ask them any either. And you know what? Maybe all of that sounds harsh, but Elon Musk literally killed people with his Doge efforts, all right? And saved the country very little money. By a lot of estimates, drove up the deficit because Doge costs more than it saved, after he promised $2 trillion. And we'll get into why Elon Musk is mad about this shit in just a minute, but I want to bring up a very interesting point. Apparently, Donald Trump has been walking around the White House, the grandpa's roaming around the fucking White House over there, talking to people in his cabinet, asking if he got played by Elon Musk. Like, was this all bullshit, this whole $2 trillion savings? Yeah, dummy, you fucking idiot. You're the president of the United States, and you thought that Elon Musk, that has bought his way into everything with his dad's money, fucking knew how to make the government more efficient, and you didn't catch on till now that it's bullshit? You're both fucking not qualified for the positions you're in. You're both fucking idiots, all right? But apparently Elon Musk is super pissed about he's saying, okay, let me rephrase that. He's saying that he's pissed off because the deficit's going to explode under the fiscally responsible Republicans, my friends. Yeah, that's what they've been doing since at least the 80s, is blowing up the fucking deficit. A Democrat comes in, spends 4 years getting berated by fucking right-wing propaganda media, the Fox News network and bullshit like that, takes the blame, puts their fucking nose to the grindstone. Real working Americans, Democrat presidents, get shit back on track, only for them to get blamed for all the shit the Republican did. Then a Republican gets voted back in, and we repeat the same goddamn process. Elon Musk, if you really thought that you were going to lower the deficit, why not endorse Kamala? Go back in time, endorse Kamala. Look, Democrats are going to be on your side with your green futuristic technology. They are about fucking lowering the deficits, but taking care of people. Oh, that explains why Elon didn't want to help the Democrats, because he didn't get to starve children. Democrats would have never went for that, and now it all fucking makes sense when we say it out loud. But Donald Trump is very concerned now that he got played by Elon Musk, my friends. Can you believe it? These fucking dumbasses. God, these are the people leading our country. Anyways, the reports I was listening to today, though, are saying that Elon Musk is very upset because the one big beautiful bill does not contain the, I don't know if it's rebates or you guys can correct me on this, but the write-offs, the rebates, whatever the fucking word is for the EVs, right? How when the tax cuts, they're a thing. I forget the fucking word for it. There's times I should write this shit down, isn't there, my friends? But there's a word for it. When we go to buy an electric vehicle, there's incentives from the government to give us whatever the word is that I'm looking for, a rebate, a refund, something to that effect. And Elon Musk has made a lot of fucking money off of those, is the fucking point. It's a leading cause for why Elon Musk is a fucking billionaire. Remember, he just defrauded the Canadian government for the exact same thing not that long ago. Remember when a Tesla dealership moved an absurd amount of Teslas over a weekend? Way more inventory than that dealership even had. You know, they were stealing Canadians' money. Canadians, you got a little bit of what we got from Elon. He stole a lot of our money, though, so he didn't get you as bad as he could have. But good for the Canadian government that's investigating him now, and I hope they kick his ass. Not YouTube gods, listen. I don't mean that literally. I mean figuratively. It's a figure of speech. The thing is, I got in trouble with YouTube last time. Not in trouble. They demonetized my last video about Elon Musk. Look, I love YouTube as a platform. I'm glad they give me this platform to be able to do this and talk to so many people. But they do get a little angry when you make fun of billionaires. And then they say, listen, you broke-ass truck driver, we're not going to allow you to profit off of making fun of billionaires, you son of a bitch. Excuse me. And that's why I'm dancing around my words a little bit today. I always get in trouble when I fucking make fun of Elon. I don't know what it is. YouTube, be nice to me. Anyways, these tax incentives is what reports are saying Elon is mad about more than anything, because the big beautiful bill does not contain that, and Elon thinks it should contain that because Elon believes that will keep making him rich. Oh, Elon Musk, bless your heart, young man. Tesla is dead. Without the rebates, good for you. Good for you for fighting for these tax incentives for American people so that they can go buy an EV from Ford or Chevy or Toyota, or maybe I think, is it China or Japan's got those BYDs, I think they are. Maybe we could start importing those, Elon. What do you think? Anything but fucking Tesla. So good for him for fighting the good fight for American people, but that's not going to benefit Tesla. Elon, if you haven't fucking figured it out, we're done with your bullshit. But an interesting thing is going on now is Elon is, I don't think that he's straight up threatening. I don't know. He does a lot of ketamine and then he tweets like 200 fucking times a day. So he's hard to keep up with, especially since I don't have a Twitter. I refuse to open a Twitter account. I had some years ago. I don't know whatever happened to him, but I refuse to open a Twitter account so I can keep up with what these lunatics are doing. I have to get my information sort of secondhand. But basically, he is subtly, last I knew, making threats to primary the people that are going to vote for this big, beautiful bill. And it wasn't that long ago that he threatened to primary Republicans if they didn't fall in line with Donald Trump's agenda. Now that Elon Musk isn't getting those incentives that have made him a billionaire, now he's threatening to primary the same people that are falling in line with Donald Trump's messaging, or whatever the fuck we want to call it. You guys get the fucking point on that. And that is super fucking interesting now, isn't it? And this is all going to come to a head right in front of all of us. I want to be honest with the American people right now. None of us win in this battle, all right? The only outcome where we potentially win is that these two assholes completely fucking obliterate each other, all right? Other than that, how do we pick a side? How do we, I mean, we can't, right? We can only be spectators at this point, and maybe egg them on a little bit. Maybe we should do a whole bunch of memes that piss off Donald Trump and piss off Elon Musk and get them to go at each other's throats a little bit faster. But as far as picking a side goes, we really fucking can't. Now, can we? But it's going to be an interesting thing because Elon is watching who voted for it in Congress, and he will be watching who votes for it in Senate in the event that it passes. But he might have actually just killed this bill. We'll fucking see. So I still am not going to take his side, but I mean, good for him in the event that he kills this fucking bill in the Senate with the threat of primarying these people. Like I said, we don't win either way because we may end up in a scenario where we've got the Donald Trump candidate in the midterms versus the Elon Musk candidate in the midterms. Hopefully it's enough to split the vote. I'm trying to find silver lining on this very dark cloud. Hopefully it's enough to split the vote between Republicans that maybe Democrats can come out winning. I know that after the primary they'll go to a general election, but I know for me it was hard for me to vote after Bernie lost his primary. I was like, fuck, I don't know that I'm necessarily interested in voting now. I did, don't worry, but I lost interest is the point. So can these two create enough division on the Republican side that maybe Republican voters lose interest in turning up to vote in the midterms? That is an absolute possibility. But we know that this has to come to a head at this point. Elon Musk heavily funded Donald Trump's election, and that may be the least of our concerns. He may have been involved in other ways that we're not quite sure about. At least we know that purging the voter rolls is a huge thing on the Republican side. If we had free and fair elections in this country, Republicans would never win a fucking election. Maybe in Alabama sometimes. But if we had free and fair elections, and what I mean by that is the voter rolls not being purged, Republicans wouldn't have jobs anymore, and they fucking know that. Now, I would never go so far as to say that Elon Musk took all the voter data and moved it into Starlink and did all kinds of crazy shit, but would he have some tricks up his sleeve to purge the voter rolls? Yeah, I think he would. And I think that Elon Musk thought that he was actually going to run the government. I thought that he thought he was going to steamroll Donald Trump and Trump's entire administration and do whatever the fuck he wanted. And now that he's not getting that, will we, my friends, eventually get to the point where this blows up so much that Elon Musk tells the world what he actually did to help Donald Trump win the election? Look, I'm not alleging that it was rigged. I'm not alleging that it was stolen. I'm not alleging fucking anything besides that Elon Musk holds a lot of sway over a lot of people. And we did see one example out in the open where he was basically enrolling the people of Pennsylvania into a raffle where they could win $1 million by basically pledging to vote for Donald Trump in the upcoming election. And I was going to say to the people of Pennsylvania, but to like fucking everybody, $1 million is a lot of fucking money. And I would enter a raffle too to possibly win $1 million, though I wouldn't vote for Donald Trump because I believe that maybe my children and grandchildren's future is worth more than me having $1 million. I would just waste it, if I'm being honest with you. I'd buy one of those fancy new TVs, they're real fancy, PS5 Pro, and I would probably, I don't know what else I would do with it, but I'd play a lot of games. I don't know. I haven't thought about what I'd do with $1 million, I guess. But I'd waste it. It would just go to waste. And nothing useful would come out of it is the fucking point. But Donald Trump is surprisingly appears to be backing down. Because anytime somebody offends Donald Trump, he's on the offensive. He's on Truth Social tweeting like a maniac. He's on every news channel he can be on talking shit about that person. And he is cowering to Elon Musk. That is 100% what is happening. So Donald Trump is cowering to Elon Musk because he owes Elon Musk something, and it has to do with his election. Elon Musk is not getting his way, and he is going to try to force his way into whatever is going on. And Donald Trump has already tried to sell America that his big, beautiful bill is big and beautiful. And I can't wait to see this whole thing fucking blow up in both their faces. And they are both ruined people by the time that it's all said and done. The Trump family name is a very dangerous name in the future. There's Don Jr., who's a fucking lunatic. Eric, who's dumb as a fucking brick. And we got Barron out there that's apparently a fucking nightmare. We need to ruin these family names for future generations so that they can never hold power again because they're fucking psychopaths, and we don't need that shit anymore. Anyways, that's where we're at. We just need to sit back, watch the fireworks, and like I said, we're not in a position where we get to choose a side. We just hope they fucking wreck each other. Anyways, I gotta get back to work. Love you guys. Bye now.